I was born in the South Bronx, and we moved to Williamsburg when I was like 5 years old, and lived a block away from here on South First Street. And ever since I lived here, I learned this. I went to school visual arts, and did two years of school visual arts, and started working as an activist with the community group Los Sures, Southside United Housing. The mission of this show is because I need to balance the point of view that was initiated by a director in a video that he did in 1984, which he made the cartoonish of the community. And I was working in 1976. It started with Los Sures in 1976, and it doesn't show all the work and effort that the community was doing to help to stabilize and elevate the community. And this work reflects all of that, the various different not-for-profit community groups, and it shows how the people stand up against all the elements and they fight back, and the community is what it is today because of all those efforts. So this, had it not been for the efforts of all of these tenants and all of these activists working together to improve the conditions of Williamsburg, we wouldn't find this where we are now standing. Every effort that we made, whether it's redlining, against redlining, or against landlords that abandoned the building, or whatever it was, the city not providing services, we got them in to do that. We showed them the way. We took care of our buildings. We had people cleaning up the streets, like this young lady that cleaned the streets with a broom. And, the sanitation should be doing it. But what we find is people took control of the community and started doing it. So this is when you come to Williamsburg and you see a beautiful Williamsburg, it's because of all the effort that a lot of people did to make it what it is today. This is one of my early photographs when I started the documentary. I was in school visual arts. I didn't expect to see him. I just walked with my camera past in the park on below the BQE, and I saw him standing there by himself. He didn't pose for me. He was just there, and I just captured him at that moment. And I saw the interest with the flag and the name of Puerto Rico on top, and he's sitting right on top of the ladder, just meditating. And I thought that was such a beautiful moment, and capture it just as it was. I went to one of the tenants in the building's apartment, and I met with this tenant who I'd seen around the building and around a few meetings, and it was cold. It was very cold. As you can see, they're wearing sweaters, coats in the winter. He's wearing a sweater, and I thought it was just so interesting. They allowed me into their home. And everything just is so interesting in that image. You see the contact paper on the walls with a lot of detail. You see the floor with a lot of detail. You see the pants that she's using. And the jacket is very reminiscent of an era of when people used the stylish at that time. But, the child with this carriage was so fascinating to me, and that expression on the child. We were so happy, even though they were going through this, they seemed very happy, regardless, as a family. This picture is interesting because I was in City Hall. The community went to protest in City Hall, and this one fellow had this billboard that, indicated, why it is that you're treating us, the Hispanic community, in such a way that are we like the victims, the next Indian victims? And I found it so interesting. In spite, they were in the middle of winter, as you can see, with coats, and there's snow around, and it was cold, and yet they went out and protest against the City Hall because they had no heat and hot water. They were not getting the services that we deserve in our community. The photography for me is a story. You tell a story within the picture, and you tell a story collectively with all the other pictures. So it represents an era, a time when things could be going well or they could be going bad. And what do people do to survive situations, circumstances? I myself found myself to express myself through photography because it gave me an outlet, like a painter. And I identified a great deal with the subject because I was a tenant in the winter without heat and hot water. And at one time, once I moved out of there, I was homeless because my apartment burned down. So all of these things collectively tells a story about who I am and who I'm the subject matter, which is the people around me.